writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. I don't know when it happens, so I couldn't notice until it was too late. Exactly. What makes it easy to read? It's alright. So everyone turned on a great day is disheartening. Yeah, I understand. So the nice things about simple writing put your weight into the wordplay, like set up for a rhyme in the end and then fall flat on purpose. This is more than I realized. Needs to be a pro. You expect it coming from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. Alright, so then that exchange was the same. Hi, Turbo. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new here and everything, do you ever have any suggestions for the club for new activities or things you can do better? Oh, I see what you're saying, Andrew. Thank you. He means because he ended up catching something happening with this poster with another streamer because Andrew's watched a bunch of people like play this game, so they caught something together in which he was bringing up for us to catch. Bring things up. All right, keep that in mind. Of course, I'd be afraid to bring things up. Much better than just going with the flow until we're settled in. Anyway, I want to share your poem with me. It's kind of embarrassing, but here. Haha. Nothing. Way to go, Turbo. A little embarrassing. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? Sort of the barrier we learn to get past soon. That's true. Hey, Monica, my poem. Great job, Turbo. I was going in my head when I was reading it. Really metaphorical. Not sure why, but I did expect you to go as far as something so deep. I'm your 13th person in 2 days. Holy cow. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know, Yuri likes that kind of writing, right? Similar to detached from reality. Don't mean that it's like bad thing, though. Oh, by the way, are you looking for different endings? Is that why, Andrew? She spends so much time in her own head, probably more than an interesting place for her. That's why she gets so happy if you treat her with a lot of kindness. She must be really starved for social attention, so don't be blamed for her coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think she gets too stimulated. She ends up withdrawing and looking for an alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back! Did I miss anything? No, not really. We're staring our poems at each other. Already? I'm so sorry for being late. I need to apologize. You still have plenty of time. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I'm supposed to get my own poem now. Anyway, you want to read my poem now? Even though it's not good. Dominic claims to be sound very confident. Let's see. I read it then. I think I'm kind of addicted to the game. I don't know why I like it so much, and yes, in people's reactions, Monica's not trustworthy. Hey, Ian, how you doing, my friend? So what do you think? It was very freedom, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. But that's okay. It's kind of out of style, gotten pretty popular nowadays. Performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not entirely sure how to put it. I guess you can say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influenced by my poems a bit. An epiphany. I'm keeping an eye on my files, by the way. Yeah, something like that. Kind of nervous about this kind of stuff because it comes on strongly. Maybe after... Yeah, I think she is too, somehow. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. You try hard to make it perfect and you never make it any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. to do Yuri? Okay, now I can do Yuri. Jerry reads the poem. I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri covers her mouth and ends up covering her whole face. He's gonna hate me. Really think I can do anything wrong, Yuri? That's... I guess you're right. That's what I'm getting nervous for. Sorry guys, I'm speeding through this because like 50% of the text or 80% of the text is all old text that I've already read. Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing do you have? I'll bring back the accent. Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment. Actually, my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly. Well, I know that. I just meant, she traced her finger on the words of the poem, breaking down. Yeah, okay. This is the reason why I'm able to tell. Specific writing habits typically of new writers. Having been thought of myself, kind of picked up on all of them. Yeah, country accent's back. I think the most notable thing that I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they're trying to pick a writing style that's separate from the topic matter that they form fit the two together. At the end result, both the style and the expressing it are both weakened. Yuri finds a train of thought, and her meter completely changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, there's not something you can be blamed for. There's just different skills and techniques that go into writing a simple poem. Not just simply finding them, but building them and getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. We actually didn't do the 90-day fiance thing. My wife was actually messaging the guy on Facebook Messenger, and I guess the guy wanted a bigger crowd to do it, and I guess he realized that he tried to get a dinner to go at the last second. So we ended up not doing just like me and my wife and him and his wife. He said that he's going to be back in Florida like in a month or two, and he's going to try again later, which thank goodness I didn't have to go to, because that was going to be really awkward. I hope that everyone else finds this club to give you valuable feedback. Natsu can be a little biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. Shouldn't be able to attack people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Not sure if she's apologizing to myself, me, or Natsuki. I'll watch her wifey. She's trying to steal that man. I hope not. He's like a 65-year-old, like, soupy old man who apparently married a 25-year-old woman from Thailand. So, 90-day fiance thing? Yeah, I was supposed to go to dinner with a guy and his wife from the show, the TLC show. So, my wife likes to watch the show. It's all kind of funny. After all, it's supposed to be a literature club. Alright. Yeah. Flick her back. I'm sorry, so much terrible handwriting. I'm not reading the poem because they're the same poems we read before. I wasn't thinking about that at all. They look at the time to read. Yeah. I don't read script very often. I actually think the handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. I like the poem, even though it was short and it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. Really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Turbo. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, you did. I suppose you did only glance over it after all. And I remember that poets often express their own thoughts in their work. They normally do more than just tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps simply the subject of a poem was all being symbolized compared to a ghost. Linger in the last remaining place of comfort, unreliable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. It's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of it that way. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive, too. Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Of course. I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm really gonna keep doing my best for you, Turbo. Ah, me too. Phew. I guess it's everyone. Nice around the room. My save is gone! My save is gone! They erased it. Oh, the poster. It changed. By the way, that's... See, this save has the image in it. It's still there. It's Sayori, yep. It's her hung in her room. Across the room, Monika's writing something in her notebook. Eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. Language. Okay, so this is where they argue about having small words or having big words to describe their poems. I'm just going to click through some of it. I'm going to notice if something is different. Yuri accidentally calls her poem cute, which means that she's writing simply, and Natsuki feels that she's not writing simply. There's weight behind her words, but it's just written short, with short words to describe what she's saying. Natsuki feels the opposite. They're both saying that I both like both of their poems, which they're bragging to each other about. Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous of Turbo appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. How do you say that he doesn't appreciate my advice? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. No one noticed in the other streams before, and only me and my friend. That's crazy that nobody noticed that. You know what? I wasn't the one whose boob actually grew a size bigger. It's just Turbo started showing up. Natsuki. Doesn't involve you. That was Sayori, by the way. You're taking out your own insecurities on others like that. Oh my god. Oh my god. What is that? Why is it doing that? What? What? Why is the music speeding up? I don't want to touch anything anymore. I don't want to touch. I don't want to touch. What is going on? Does it look like it's getting any worse? Oh, she came out of it. What is this? You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality by just dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Oh, she's being so much sharper now. Well, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh my gosh. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? Oh my god, they just dropped the F-bomb. What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Oh, Kairi is freaking out. She wants to make sure I'm okay because I'm screaming over here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, go on. Let Turbo hear everything what you really think. Has Natsuki been the only one who's been real this entire time?